We can all relax now. SB19's performance at Lollapalooza is over, and as expected, they did an incredible job. I think a lot of fans were nervous because we wanted everything to go smoothly, like for everyone to be healthy, for the weather to cooperate, and thankfully it all went well. And as for their songs, I personally would have loved to see them perform What, but it was a solid set list, and it included a snippet of their version of Mga Kababayan, which will be on the Forgotten Island soundtrack. I am never gonna stop being proud of SB19, I think. Every time they reach a milestone, I think of all the challenges and doubts they faced early in their career, and I wonder how often they marvel at how things have turned around for them. They really kept going even when they didn't know if their talent was ever going to be appreciated. From performing in near empty spaces and at small events, they're now pulling in thousands and thousands of people with every show and selling out venues even as solo artists. They've also gone international, and most importantly, they've gained a lot of support right here in the Philippines. I mean, just look at the watch parties for their performance. 18 were the ones planning them at first, but SB19's partners and sponsors took notice and decided to take charge. Which was nice, I think, because all people had to do was turn up and have fun. And it really looks like they did because the watch parties practically turned into concerts. They were held in different parts of the Philippines and started at like midnight, with the actual stream starting at like 4 a.m. and people still went. And still, everyone was so hyped and even brought their LSBs and banners that you'd think SB19 was going to show up. There were also restream parties like the one in Cebu and in Tagbilaran, Bohol. I kinda wish I went to the watch party at Rizal Park because it looked super fun in videos. Of course, there will always be doubters, like there are some people laughing at the size of their audience at Lollapalooza, but come on. It's their first time at the festival and they were one of the first acts. And let's be honest, they're still trying to build a bigger international following, but they still attracted a pretty big crowd anyway. Besides, whether there's a handful of people or a huge audience, they're going to put on a great show no matter what. And that's exactly what they did at Lollapalooza, and casuals did take notice of them. The local news mentioned them a few times, the crowd watching them grew as their set went on, and there were some onlookers who clearly enjoyed SB19's performance. They were also featured in other places besides music websites and newspapers. For example, Women's Wear Daily included Ken in their list of boldest on-stage shoe moments from Lollapalooza. They were also featured in Teen Vogue and were included in the list of best-dressed celebrities at the festival. And the great thing about all of this is that while I'm sure this is going to send more opportunities their way, they're not just thinking of themselves, but also about how this could open up more global doors for P-pop and OPM. And we know that that's something they've been dreaming about right from the very start. So that is all I have to say about SB19 and their Lollapalooza performance. I loved it, it looks like everyone else loved it, and I cannot wait to see what's next after this and Summer Sonic. If you haven't listened to SB19 yet, and yet you're here somehow, go, get out of here, check out their YouTube channel to see their videos, and there are also channels out there that have good fan cams of their live performances. If you're 18, go now and stream Lawless. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!